What has been the most difficult part of your recovery journey, and how did you overcome it? I mean, there's two parts for me. Like, one is obviously the deaths that you experience in the field, but the thing that's like much more significant for me, because it's also different. You know, like when Tammy's talking about these young men that died in their mid-20s
and girls.
But the time, I'm talking about the most recent ones.
Oh, yeah.
The time removed, you know, there's years and years and years removed. And so it's like sad. It's when the death happens within the program, okay? That is, you know, Brenda and I were talking about the first client we ever lost in the program. And we had like, when we started the program in 99, we had like phenomenal success rates. I mean, like through the charts, you know, almost all of our early kids that awakened in 99 and 2000 are still sober today, you know, which is, you know, I mean, you know, knock on wood, you know, part of that's us, but that also speaks to the family dynamics. But the first client we ever lost died of a drug overdose in his mom's house, 5 feet from her bedroom, because she thought she could keep him safe. And, you know, it's the clients that die while they're still in the program. That is it's like the emotional part, you know, it's like intellectually, you can rationally, you know, it's like you go through the process, you know that you're not responsible, but the emotional part of the guilt, dealing with the guilt is tremendous. And, you know, I don't know how I got through it. I think just having loving people around me is probably the best way. I don't know if you ever really get all the way through it. We gotta keep it short. Huh?
Good, 2 minute one.
Okay.
I agree with everything he said. That's obviously death. I would say this, that one of the most difficult things for me as a parent in early recovery was surrendering my child to God, truly hitting my knees and surrendering and saying, I can't, God can, I think I'll let him. It was the hardest thing, and I still, if I see a movie sometimes or I hear stories, it is about surrender. And if your child is a true addict, the sooner you can accept that, do. And if they are just abusing, keep doing your program, keep staying connected, keep loving them, keep your boundaries, and keep strong.
Tammy, hardest thing for you in recovery? Or what was it? What was the question?
Certainly,
What was the most difficult part of your recovery journey? How'd you overcome it?
the steps. And I didn't want to do the steps in this program because I was already doing them in a different program, right? And I was like, I don't need to do that. Well, guess what I did? I did need to do it because it was the same kind of program, but a little different angle. And it was an emergency. And I needed to work on those steps in this angle here if my kid had a chance.
Emerson? Yep.
I believe that one of the hardest things for me was to be honest about the way that I felt. It's very easy for me to want to put on a pretty face and pretend everything's everything and placate and make people happy. And one of the hardest things was within my family, being honest about being hurt by my family and also being honest about what was going on in my life and what I was struggling with, because at first it was more of like a screw you guys, like I don't need you, and then it more became like a guilt or like shame of how much I'd hurt my family, and then it became like my family was a mess long before we came into Cornerstone, or long before I started using, and to bring my principles into that and to bring my hurt into that and to watch my closest friends like go back out, or my sponsees go back out, or my friends die, and to be honest about that hurt and really still consistent in my steps and consistent in relying on my community and bringing that into my family, not isolating that into a bubble, was really difficult. And I think Kirk.
Yes, you just like it.
What?
Shut up.
That was so good, Emerson. That was like the best answer on the panel. Okay. All right. This is why the clients hate me right here. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry for asking you. All right. Love you. Okay. Great questions. Sorry we didn't get to almost all of them. And we'll do this again sometime. I don't get what you mean by a service opportunity.
I just meant if they were doing step, are they doing parent step?
Yeah, there's step study. It takes place in the fall. Yeah, so they'll be doing sign up. And what do you mean service opportunity?
People that have been through the program.
For you?
Well, maybe.
Okay. Well, we can talk about that at lunch. VIPs are going to lunch after this.
I'm not included.
Nope. But you can come to yoga on Tuesday.
I could do that either way.
Yeah, I know. All right.
If there's like a burning desire question.
No, we're past that. You guys were awesome, 100% awesome. Thank you for being real, authentic, and yourselves.